Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Random Rants with Random with your host today, John. So it's my dad's birthday today, so I decided to go fishing with him. So a quick fishing video to honour Dad and his old hat. So we laid Dad to rest about 2 years ago up the inlet further here. So I thought I'd come down today on his birthday, go fishing with him for something different. So here we go, quick little fishing video. So we'll start off with the first cab off the rank. Old Abu Garcia 6500. Had this for quite a while. It was getting a bit rough, so I gave it a bit of maintenance and taken her out for a test run as well. So this rod originally was mine. I bought it when I was about 13, old Abu Garcia. As you can see, the Garcia is worn off. It was a 2-piece rod, but I broke it back in the day and Dad repaired it but made it a 1-piece rod. So I'm using the old girl again. I've had it for so many years. Mainly fish freshwater with this old girl, but keen to try anything. So my setup is braid on these overheads, and all I do is just tie a loop, and that's my general purpose to everything. If you want to put a sinker on, slide the sinker up the line, put the hook on, and you're ready to go. And all you got to do, and braid's so easy to form, you form it nice, put it through your eyelet, hook, lure, whatever. Swing your lure through. Drop down, doubled over like that. It's twice as strong as a single braid, so you got a double leader to there. It's all good. So I need you guys to help me today. I've got 3 of these Abu Garcias now. So this is one I've had for years. It's the base model. The base model, I've done it up. And this one's got bushes rather than bearings for the main shaft. A couple of little stainless steel bushes that the axle goes in on each end. So I'll quickly adjust it for the lure. So what you got to do, you wind your lure drag right in, hit your release, and you just slowly undo that. And if you can see, till the lure falls to the ground and it stops. So that could probably go a little bit more. Try that again. Lure to the ground and it stops. I'll go a touch more on that. One more try. Lure to the ground and it stops. My rod's in your way there, mate?
No, you're all right.
No worries. So with the old Abu Garcia, I like these. They're easy to work on, and if you do get a tangle, they're so easy to access anywhere. Whereas some of these new ones, they're all plastic and you only see a little bit of the spool, and that's all you get. And if you get a bird's nest in there, it's really difficult to work on. Not that you should get a bird's nest. So with these, you click your free release, keep your thumb there to hold it, throw it out. And with lures, like any lure, just work it. Go random, wind fast, go slow. This is a bit of a deep diver. When it gets close, you'll see it. Just go fast, go slow. Just jig it. You see that working there? So I'll do another. Didn't get a little bit of a bird nest that time. Got a bird nest the first time. Did a bit better. First time I fished it, so I'll do 3 casts of each rod. Yes, fast, slow. If you got a current, you don't even have to wind it. You can just jig it a bit. So there you go. Do 3 casts. Lucky 3 casts on each one. Beautiful day out here today. Oh, that was a perfect cast. Not a single bird's nest. It's getting better and better. So it's been raining up here for the last 6 months. Nearly every day. Till about the last couple of days, we've probably had 7 days of fine weather since Christmas. And a lot of people didn't have a good Christmas because they got flooded in Machin's Beach and north. I actually gave an old Commodore I had that wasn't worth bugger all, but easy to get regoed to a couple that lost their everything in the floods. So I wanted to sell it, but they'd lost everything. I'd already decided I was going to give it to someone in that situation. So I gave it to them, they fixed it up, now they've got a good old Commodore. So try and help people out when you can. All right, so that went deep that time. So I've had this reel for many years as well. Caught a few barra on it, a few everything. There you go, that's that one. So the next one I want to show you, Abu Garcia 65C3 again. But this time it's in a silver grey edition with slightly different handles. But this one I got for about $5 from the buyback shop in Australia. The dumps have a buyback shop where they put good stuff aside and you can buy stuff that's still good that wasn't thrown into the dump. So I got this for about $5, so I gave it a bit of a clean up, a bit of maintenance. And when I pulled it apart, I noticed that it actually has proper bearings in this one. Not just the bushes like most others. So this is where I need your help, guys. If you can tell me something about this one, whether it's worth a bit of money or not, I'm not sure. So I've got 4 Abu Garcias, 2 of the same model though. And this one, and then another one to show you. So this lure is a popper. So it's a surface popper. It's scalloped at the front, and you'll see why in a sec. So once again, I've never fished this reel. So we'll set the weight for the lure. Oh, that's a bit fast. Wind her up. A little bit better. Wind her out a tiny bit. Once again, with the braid, the looped over double, and with braid you can shape the line into a bit of a hook to get through into the eyelet of a popper. Works quite well. So yeah, if you can tell me something about this reel, guys, I'm really interested because it's got bearings. Other one I've had has got bushes. So, and I bought this rod at a pawnbroker's a few years ago. It's caught a few barra in the territory. I think it even caught a mangrove jack back here. So once again, free spool, let her out a bit. So like I said, this is a surface popper. So if you can see that, you jig it and it ploops the water. You can jig it hard or slowly. Barras really like a bit of surface action, so when you're going for barras and stuff, other surface feeding fish. Now this is casted perfectly, every cast. I've never fished with this before. I really love Abu Garcias, but this seems to be working really nice. So give her a few big ploops out in the distance there, if you can see that. Even if you get it jumping. That's what it's all about with a surface lure. Slow it down, do little jigs. I don't know if you can see that, but I've hooked my front treble on my line with that cast. It can happen a lot with surface lures because when they hit, they bounce. So, yeah, so like I said, out here fishing with Dad for his birthday. He loved fishing in the inlet here. I don't know why. I've never caught a thing. I've caught things in different places in the area, but never in Cairns Inlet. Actually, I tell a lie. During my apprenticeship, I used to go fishing. I used to work in a shipyard just up the creek there. I used to go fishing in my lunch hour and I caught a finger mark once. So, yeah, it happens. So there's a surface popper. Barrows and other surface feeding fish really love them. So I'm not really expecting to catch much, just come out as a fishing tribute for Dad. So here's Dad's setup. I've never fished with this before. I'd like your help. So this is a lure that Dad used to fish with in the territory over 50 years ago. I'm 52, this is older than me. I've remembered this since I was a kid. So I'm giving it a fish today. Dad said back in the territory years ago, if you'd find a billabong, fish would be eating one certain colour lure. They wouldn't eat anything else. And he said you could chop up a bit of stick, paint it that colour, put a treble on it, and you'd catch a fish. So Dad's got a wire tray set up with a clip. I don't like these because some finicky fish, they do sense the metal in the water. He's got braid everywhere else, but he didn't just do a loop knot. He's done a proper fishing knot because he was a bit of a perfectionist. Another proper fishing knot up there. So this rod is a Silstar crystal power tip. Never used it before. Got the nice finger hole for an overhead. And it's an Abu Garcia 6500 C3 once again, but in a beautiful burgundy red. I love this colour, and it's called a Barra King with a barra engraved on there. Beautiful looking reel. And this one again, even though on the bottom it says stainless steel bearings, it doesn't have bearings in the main shaft. It's just got the bush again with the axle. But it's this one's a trophy edition. So it sounds quite fancy. So I can see why Dad liked it. I love the colour. So I'm going to give his old lure and reel a fish to see how well it works. So once again, set the weight. This is a really heavy lure, so we'll see how we go. I'll wind it up a bit. Alright, there you go. Unwinding now. Should start dropping any second. Oh. Yeah. Need to adjust a bit more. I've got to hit the freewheel. I'm a bit of a numbnut sometimes. A bit more. Alright, backing off now. I remembered to hit the freewheel. There we go. A very heavy lure. Probably too heavy for this. The only thing I don't like about this reel is it hasn't got the double handle. Anyway, there you go, that looks alright. We'll see how we go with that. So anyway, when we put Dad's ashes to rest up here, we hired a pontoon boat from a local boat hire mob, but we didn't hire the 6 horsepower go backwards in a tide boat. We got the proper skippered boat, so we didn't have to worry about any of the driving or mucking around or stressing how we'd get anywhere. So like I said, we did a full loop. This is Admiralty Island in the middle. The inlet goes right around, and we laid him to rest so he could see the hills in the background up there. And he loves fishing. Love fishing the inlet for some reason, so this one's for you, Dad. See how we go. Oh, nice long cast. No. Dad's with me today. No bird's nest at all. So we'll work that one in. We'll do 3 with this. come to go fishing with Dad. So once again, this one is a bit of a deep diver. I don't know how many fish this has caught in its time. I've never caught a fish on it, but another one for Dad. Oh, give it the beans. Oh, that was a nice one. Don't know if you saw how far that went. It wasn't a super distance, but I've never fished with this rod or reel. And as much as I don't like the single handle, the handle that is there is very comfortable. So yeah, guys, if you know anything about Abu Garcias, I love them. I don't like the new modern ones because, like I said, they're hard to work on and get going. Because that very first cast of that first reel, I did get a little bird's nest and I got it out so quick I don't even know whether he's noticed. So, oh, not a single bird's nest. Thanks, Dad. Gonna have to fast rewind this. There's a boat coming out of the boat ramp. This rod feels really nice. Feels really responsive. Even though that's over 50 years old and Dad painted it with normal paint once it gets wet. I don't know if you noticed, but it's still quite reflective in the water. So, there the guy's going out with the boat. Got the life. So yeah, Dad's birthday today. I'd rather celebrate his birthday. So if I catch anything today, it'll be a release because it'll be him. But see how we go. Right, give this one the bean. Oh, here comes another guy. I'll just do a quick little one. Don't catch fish if it's not in the water. I've even had times where I've had a bird's nest and the lure's just bobbing in the waves and a fish hits it and takes it off. And with these Abu Garcias, because there's so much room around them, even with the, you see this one's got the spool filled right to the edge. I don't know if it's overfilled or not. It seems to be working all right. But because there's so much room, you can just wind a fish in with a bird's nest and you'll still get that fish in. So I really like, right. Give this one the beans for one last one, Dad. Here we go. Get it out there. Oh yeah, probably about 20 meters. It's not bad. It is a heavy lure. So you'll have to excuse my camera skills if you're not getting any of this. So yeah, guys, please help me out. Whether I've got a super valuable reel amongst these or whether they're all different, just different names. Because like they say, most fishing gear is made to catch the fisherman, not the fish. So I was half expecting Dad to show up as a croc today. There are a lot of crocs in this inlet. One more. I can't help myself. This reel's just going so smooth. So like I said, you can set these up with a sinker, a float, anything. With that loop at the end, you can just put anything on them. And with braid, you don't have to be fancy with your knots. I'm a bit OCD as well. I used to be all fancy with my knots, but when you're fishing some spots and losing fish and losing lures to snags, you soon get used to just doing it quick. Because like I said, in braid, it's just as strong. Sometimes stronger. So one last one. Oh, I can't do that. My tradition is lucky 3 last cast, and you got to call the lucky 3 last. As you can see, a bit faster on that one. Dad used to troll this lure, so it works very well. So lucky 3 last cast. Here we go. Get it out there, Dad. Oh, that one's probably more like 25 meters. It's getting better with every cast. Thanks, Dad. Dad's other passion was pistols and rifles. He was an international pistol referee. He refereed the Commonwealth Games and he refereed the Sydney Olympics. So yeah, did it right back in the day. He used to hunt crocs and he used to hunt buffalo. So lucky second last cast. Oh, keep that thumb hovering. Slow the reel down. You can feel when it's slowing down, so you just break it a bit with your thumb. Avoid the bird's nest. So yeah, Dad actually used to hunt crocs back in the territory and buffaloes. Got a set of his buffalo horns. So yeah, and now they're talking about hunting crocs again. I don't believe in that. I don't know whether I'll do it in a memory to Dad as a video one day or not. We'll see how we go, because I've got all Dad's old rifles. Well, there you go. Lucky third last cast, very last. Probably went out to about 25, 30 metres. So, yeah, I can go and hunt buffalo, but at the moment I'm in Queensland. They're in the territory. Got pigs and feral cats and deer. There's even deer up here in North Queensland. A deer farm got damaged in the cyclone and in Innisfail. And there's a heap of deer in the wild in Innisfail now. So anyway, guys, there you go. Let me know about these reels if you know anything about Abu Garcias. So there's a quick fishing video for you. Thanks for that, Dad. Love you, mate. Anyway, keep it real on the back wheel.